Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Kid Max, and today we got another one. Y'all, what's good with y'all, right quick, guys? Well, shout out to all the subscribers, shout out to all the YouTube community, shout out to the gang, man. Just coming here really quick to give you guys a quick recap of tonight's game with Lonzo Ball, Chicago Bulls. They had a great win tonight against the Detroit Pistons. Um, you know, Let me get to the stat sheet really quick. Um, get to the stat sheet. Let's check out the stats. So as we can see, Nikola Vucevic had 15 points, 4 assists, and 15 rebounds. A great night for Nikola Vucevic. Wasn't hitting as many of his shots as he's been hitting in the other games, but he's going to be picking that up for sure. Patrick Williams got some run time in. He's still getting his legs under him, so it's all gravy. Lonzo Ball, 12 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 for 11, 2 for 6 for 3. We'll get to that in a minute. Zach LaVine, 34 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds. Great game for Zach LaVine. I think he's finding his spots. Um, and I think Zach LaVine's getting more comfortable with the team in his position and his role. And, ultimately the team is adjusting. So we'll get to that in a second. And DeMar DeRozan, 8 for 17 from the field, 1 3 in the game, 17 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. All right, now let's go ahead and get to the nook and cranny of the game, and let's get to what it's all about, really. Okay, and tonight's game was about the win. They had a really scrappy game against the Detroit Pistons. Um, Both teams are coming out playing hard for obvious reasons. It's the first game of the season, and both teams are excited and in high energy. So they both came out to play hard to win tonight. When it comes to DeMar DeRozan, I think he played really well. I think he's getting his shots up and he's finding his spacing and he's finding his positions and he's getting comfortable with taking his shots. So that's good. And I expect to see more of that this season. Zach LaVine, same thing. I think that Zach LaVine is finding his spots on the floor and getting used to playing with 3 other players in Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan who control the ball a lot, as well as Alex Caruso. But I like that Zach LaVine is staying committed to his buddy Nikola Vucevic, and is committed to helping Nikola Vucevic find his game. Nikola Vucevic played well tonight as well. Nikola Vucevic, I think he's really an agile player, and I like how he looks on the court, and I'm excited to see how he continues to evolve this season. Now let's get to Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, I think he had a decent game tonight. Of course, we all know that he can do better. But I'm going to stick to what I believe in. I think it's going to take at least 10 games before Lonzo really finds his flow, before he finds his spacing and he finds the place that he likes to shoot. He knows where he likes to shoot, but with this team, he has to find new spaces and new places. But what I did like is that he forced his shot a couple times, and I think he's starting to realize that he has to get his shots up a lot more in order for him to find his flow, especially now that he's playing with Alex Caruso, who's going to be getting a lot of minutes. And then when Kobe White comes back, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be even more competition in that position. And he's going to have to maintain his aggressiveness throughout the game. And I think he did a good job of trying to find his spots tonight. I think his shot wasn't going in, but I think he did a good job of staying committed to his play and staying committed to the team. And I think defensively, we saw a lot of his aggressiveness, his frustration come out, and he made a couple of good plays. And again, Lonzo Ball didn't have a great night tonight, honestly, but he played good. He still was a leader. Still want to see him working better at not getting too down on himself when he's missing his shots. I think what we want to see, instead of him getting down on himself, is we want to see him get more aggressive in the game. And I think I saw a little sparks of that tonight. I can only say what I saw. And I think that, again, in 10 games time, we're going to see Lonzo Ball in full flow with this team, as long as they continue to trust him and as long as Billy Donovan continues to give him the run time that he's given him and putting him in the game when he's putting him in the game. I think Lonzo will be fine, as he'll have the confidence necessary to continue playing his style of play. and we'll see it fully affect the team in a larger capacity. Right now, this game is just they had jitters this first game still, but they got it through. They got through the rusty 2 quarters. That's really why it was so close, because they were missing shots and they were kind of rusty or jittery. And we saw that with Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's like, this is not an excuse. It's just an analysis. I think Lonzo's still getting used to really having the ball in his hands again, you know what I'm saying, and getting used to really a new team that trusts him and that takes adjustments. We're under those lights in the stadium arena, gladiator style. There's a lot of energy that you're dealing with, and I think Lonzo Ball is learning to cope with that energy while in the process of still healing from his past. But we're seeing him fight through it. I believe in the next 9 games, Lonzo Ball is going to find his flow. And he's going to find the shots that he likes, and he's going to start committing more to the drive. And I think that's what we all want to see. We want to see Lonzo Ball commit more to the drive and not be worried about missing a couple of drive layups. We want to see him commit to the drive and be willing to go to the line. And and we want to see him shoot. I want to see him shoot more contested shots. I think Lonzo Ball can with this team. He's allowed to take some contested shots, and I want to see Lonzo Ball shoot more contested shots when he is feeling it, because the more you question your shot, the more that's going to show in your shot over time. So you got to stay committed. But what I did like that I saw from Lonzo that most people are probably not going to address because they want to see more from Lonzo, which I understand. But it's important to acknowledge what we didn't get to see last year and what we weren't seeing. And what I did see from Lonzo was he drove to the basket a couple of times, and he made that free throw. He made his mid-range shots twice. He made 2 mid-range shots. and he made it, and he made his 3. And those were good from him. We saw that once he made those shots, he started to get back. He started to get a bit more aggressive offensively. But I'm not worried about Zoe. I think he's pretty hard himself already. I think that he knows what he has to do, and we're just gonna have to witness it and stay alert and follow the story as we go and watching the process. So that's pretty much it. It's a short recap. I'll be doing a video on LaMelo Ball soon. I'm gonna be watching it. I wanted to stay completely locked into the Lonzo Ball game, so I watched that. I'm gonna be watching the Hornets game versus Indiana in an hour or so on NBA HD replay, and I'll be giving my full analysis either tonight or tomorrow for you guys. So be on the lookout. But that was my quick drop on the game tonight. Nothing too fancy. The Bulls had a good win. They played good as a team. Alex Caruso played well. What did Alex Caruso get? Let me see. What did Alex Caruso get? Yeah, Alex Caruso only had 3 points tonight, but he played well in defense, really well. And again, I like that, the main men were there. I think the Bulls were focused on finding the main guys tonight. I think the Bulls, they really wanted to. They're really trying to continue to develop their game plan around Nikola Vucevic. I think they did a good job of feeding him tonight with his 15 points, and I think he did a great job protecting his position by getting the 15 rebounds tonight and 4 assists, which is nice. Again, we just talked about Lonzo Ball. That's gonna all change. Like I said, I believe on an average night, in the rest of the season, his average nights aren't going to be small numbers like this. His average nights are going to be more 17, 7, and 7. Okay, he's going to have more 17, 7, and 7 on his average nights. Okay, and then on the high average nights, he'll have like 19, 9, 9, 19, 7, and 7. And then on his high nights, he'll have about 20, 9, and 9, 20, 10, and 10. Those are my prediction for Lonzo Ball stats. Okay, the triple singles, those are going to end this year. But we're going to have to go through a couple games to see him make his adjustments and get his confidence all the way back up, so long as the team continues to support him like it looks like they're doing. And I saw a couple plays where it was obvious that they were trying to get the ball to Lonzo. So that's what I'm excited about. There was a couple plays where DeMar DeRozan got the ball to Zoe, and there's a couple plays where Zach LaVine was trying to get the play to Zoe after getting the screen and stuff. And I like that because we didn't get to really see that many plays called for Lonzo in his whole career. And I think this is going to be the team that's going to get, once they figure out what Lonzo likes to do and how he likes to play and how he likes to, and what's his weaknesses, they're going to give him the confidence to keep shooting. And I think that's what we need to see from Lonzo. So I'm excited to see that. Zach LaVine, 34 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Like I said before, Zach LaVine, he's also one of the big 3. So it was good to see him really. The big 4 really, because it's Lonzo, Nikola Vucevic, and Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. So it's really a big 4. But yeah. And then we saw DeMar DeRozan as well with a lot of ball handling and 17 points and 7 rebounds. And I like the fact that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine are handling the ball. I think that Lonzo Ball, when he gives his teammates the ball, it's because he's looking to be more offensively involved. But I think it's going to take time for them as a Chicago Bulls team to find the right adjustments to involve him offensively, just like it's going to take him some time to find his shots and really commit to driving. I think that's something he's going to have to work on this year, is really committing to driving no matter what it's looking like. And I think we're going to see the Bulls team push him to do that no matter what it looks like in the end. I think he had a couple of drives where he fumbled the ball, and I think that was just jitters getting the best of him, plus plus Butterfingers. All right, I'm not going to trip over. I'm not going to think it's too big or too crazy. I'm not going to go and say that it's all over or anything like that. I think Lonzo is just adjusting. I think that's what it's going to take. So I'm gonna say, like, the next two games is gonna be similar to this, except I don't see him having a triple single necessarily. I think he's gonna be practicing his different shots and things in the next game. I think Billy Donovan is gonna make it a priority to tell Lonzo to focus on finding your shots as well, and we're gonna see more from Lonzo during the rest of the season. But my prediction is in these next 10 games. So there's 9 games left. In the next 9 games, we're going to see Lonzo Ball really hit his stride and find his flow with the team, as they're going to get used to him and seeing what how he likes to find his shots on offense. Because there was a couple of times where I saw him call for the screen and he didn't get the screen that he wanted, but he's going to have to learn how to just keep driving, because there's a couple plays where he drove and he was near the free throw line, he passed it out, and I think it's just they're going to get used to being there for that. That's going to work eventually. Those plays are going to work. But in the meantime, he has to get used to driving it completely and trusting himself to make a shot and try and make it. And I think that's what we're going to see this season. And so I'm not worried about anything. Great win for the Chicago Bulls. The whole team, the bench played well as well. Billy Donovan called some good plays and made some great adjustments. And so, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, guys. And that's pretty much what I have to say about it. All right. So, guys, without further ado, if you are thinking about suicide, if you're contemplating suicide, if you're thinking about any negative thoughts, if you are thinking about giving up, if you are feeling down and depressed, do not give up. I don't care what you're going through, whether you're homeless, whether you're struggling, whether you're going through something with your parents, whether you're living by yourself and you're challenged, whether you're living with your partner and you're going through life challenges. Do not give up. So long as you have breath in your body, anything is possible, and you still got a shot. I don't care if you got one lung, okay? Anything is possible. Keep going and do not give up. All right, guys. So that's it for this game recap. I'll be back with you guys later tonight or tomorrow with the LaMelo Ball Hornets versus Indiana game, and I'll give you guys my recap on that. All right, looking forward to the rest of the season with you guys. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check out the rest of the videos. So without further ado, it's your boy Kid Max, and I'm out in the cut. Sips tea. Peace.